everybody, welcome to the Waldock Way. I'm Jessica. Today's video is going to be our March Carschooling video. So in case you're new here or you haven't seen a Carschooling video before, we live an hour from civilization. So that means doctor's appointments, library, even the grocery store is a 2-hour round trip. We try to do all of our errands at least one day a week and get everything done. It does not always happen that way, but that is always our goal. But that still means that at least one day a week we are away from the house pretty much the entire day and we're in the car all day long. Because of that, I use this giant organizer that we have and love and we've had for over a year. And I put things in it that are educational and fun at the same time. So it's things that will keep her off of her screen, hopefully. Not that we are against screens. We don't necessarily limit screens. I don't view them as a bad thing, but we're in the car a lot and I don't want her to be on the screen the entire time. Now, if it's dark, obviously we let her have the screen because she couldn't see to do most of the stuff. But if not, this is what we encourage first. So that is what I do at the end or the beginning of a month. I bring it in. There's handles on it. So I just grab the handles and bring it in the house and empty it out and then kind of load it up. I try to do it based off of seasons or holidays or themes or interests, things that she's interested in. It makes it, better if it's things that she's interested in or new things or fresh things. Makes it more interesting to her. If I just kept the same stuff in there all the time after 3 or 4 weeks, she'd be like, I'm never going to look in it again because I know what's in it. So I try to make sure that we're changing it out as frequently as possible. Once a month seems to be perfect because about 4 weeks is her limit. After that, she's not really messing with any of it anymore. If I forget and I've gone like 5 weeks, she's like, whatever. We do also listen to audiobooks. We try to keep our audiobooks to like a 1.5 to a 2-hour time limit, mainly because we have car books is what we call them. And we only listen to them in the car. Not that we couldn't listen to them anywhere else. That just happens to be the only time we listen to them. And because our errand day is normally on Fridays, we're only in the car once a week. And so waiting a week to listen to the same book again would really stink. So that is what we try to do. Obviously, we listen to longer books on like road trips and things. But as far as our car book, we keep it to about 2 hours. Right now, she's really into the boxcar series. We have finished the first 5. So I'm going to assume that she's going to want to continue with those. They are actually on Hoopla. If you have Hoopla, you just need a library card. They're free. And they have almost all of them. So we will just be continuing with those through Hoopla. And I do Bluetooth it to my car stereo. I get that question a lot, how we do it. So I use my phone and Bluetooth it to the stereo and we listen to Hoopla audio through the car stereo while she, does whatever she wants to do out of her organizer. And those books, the Boxcar Children books, are about 1.5 hours to an hour and 45 minutes. So about the perfect length. So we listen to about 1 a week on average. Sometimes 2, if we have a random appointment that we have to go to that we can't miss. So I'm going to go ahead and turn you around and show you what is in our organizer this month so that you can see what we'll be doing for March. So the first thing in the Carschooling kit are these wipe clean cards. And I'm doing everything in a spring theme, so everything is kind of like bugs and flowers. So draw the lines in the wings, complete the butterfly, decorate the butterflies, a garden maze, a butterfly hunt, slug trails, draw around the 2 caterpillars that are the same, the trail of honeybees, go fly a kite. So what I did for these is I went through the Usborne Animal Doodle Wipe Clean cards and the 100 Things for Little Children to Do on a Trip. And I pulled out the ones that fit the theme that I would be using this month. Alright, the other thing that is almost always in our Carschooling kit is the pencil box, which I love these pencil boxes. They're just like the 50-cent ones from Walmart. But the Crayola Erasable pencils and these Doodle Books from Start Creative. And I can show you like the backs of a few because she hasn't gotten that far back. So you have like the different scribbles or, just a few different lines or swirls, and the object is to take the doodles that are there and create your own thing with it. Another thing that is almost always in there is like a traveling stem bin. And I have tried to change these Legos out about 10 times. And every time I try to change them out for either brain flakes or magnetic blocks, she tells me no, she loves her Legos. And these are just the Target Dollar Spot Legos. 2 packs of them fills this up. And that way I don't have to worry about, you know, her losing her expensive Legos in the car. And then these are the stem bin seasonal cards from Teach Outside the Box. And so I just have all the spring ones in here. And then this month I was feeling a little adventurous. I don't normally do this, but I made her a traveling sensory bin. So I have all these plastic bugs. And then this came from the Target Dollar Spot. It is play dirt. And so it's actually a container. I don't want to make a mess. There we go. And it's almost like a kinetic sand, but it's dirt. A little dirtier than, a little darker, I guess what I'm trying to say, than the kinetic sand. So she'll be able to play with that in the pencil box as well. And then every time I do her Carschooling kits, I always search kind of the theme that I'm doing and Dover, because Dover has the cutest little activity books and coloring books, and they just have so many things. And normally they have the Dover Little line, which you can see right here. It says Dover Little activity books, and they're about the size of your hand, which Emily loves the little books. So I try to make sure I always look for those. And when I was searching for Dover insects, I found this one first. And these are Learn About. And so it comes with 12 stickers in the center of the book, 12 realistic stickers. And then on these pages, for instance, this says sticker number 1 and praying mantis. So you would take the praying mantis sticker and you would stick it here, and then there's some facts about the praying mantis. And I just thought that was a super cool little book. So I got her the insect, the wildflowers, and the butterfly one. And what I love even more about these Dover little books is normally they're between $1 and $2. So they're either $1, $1.50, or $2. And I actually picked this up from the Dollar Tree. It's string art. And so what this is these different shapes, and you wrap string around them, and then you use the shapes to create the scenes that you see here. So like the hearts would be part of the butterfly and so forth. You can kind of see in there you have the shapes that have ridges on them and the different string. So I thought that would be a good fine motor skill for the car. And then as usual, I have a stack of readers for her. Since we're going with spring, of course we had to include our Tales of Buttercup Grow, A Windy Spring Day. She loves this series. And then I have the Usborne Young Beginners, Flowers and Bugs. And then the Usborne Beginners, How Flowers Grow, Bugs, Ants, Bees and Wasps, Caterpillars and Butterflies, and then some of the scholastic vocabulary, Incredible Insects, Butterfly Life Cycle, Ladybug Life Cycle, Sunflower Life Cycle, and then the National Geographic Reader Plants. And a few activity books. This first one is just a small Bugs and Specters activity book, and almost all of the activities are completed with stickers. So you can see that there's just stickers in the back of the book. I'm sorry, in the middle of the book, and you use those for each of the pages. And this is just one I picked up at the Dollar Tree. And then this is another one I picked up at the Dollar Tree. It's a sticker activity book, Insects and Bugs. And each page has like creepy crawly and gives you some information about friendly beast, and then, you know, it has like the shadow for you to put your stickers where they belong, so you can figure out which pages they go on. And then the last activity I picked up was, like I said, I love the Dover, and this is that same brand, that Dover, but it's the coloring book that they have instead. And these are only like $4, but they're amazing. So the front and the back covers have, you know, what a realistic page would be if you finished it. Not that you have to finish it that way, but that way you could see what the bug is supposed to look like. And then each of the coloring pages has the bug, and then if you can see down here at the bottom, it has some facts about the bug. because Emily, I know my daughter, would say, "Oh, Mommy, what's this?" And I obviously can't look while I'm driving or look up a bug while I'm driving. So this way, there's enough in here that it would tell her, you know, about all of the bugs. And there is 44 pages. And then here's like an alphabetical list of the common names and the scientific names. I mean, it is super comprehensive for a coloring book. She's going to love this. And what we do, just so you know, if she was reading this and she can't spell, or she can't, you know, she doesn't know the word, she would just spell it to me as I'm driving. And normally we can figure it out that way between the two of us. And then I have a few single player games. We picked up this small handheld Simon game the other day at Target, and she's really been into it, so I thought she would enjoy that in the car. And then you guys know that I love these magnetic smart games because they're single player and everything is contained in one. So this one is called Busy Bugs, and these pieces are magnetic. And then over here you have the flip pages of the challenges, and they're starter, junior, expert, and master. And we'll just do the first puzzle here, which is ants. So your goal is to use these 4 pieces to cover the rest of the bugs except 5 ants. So you would just, let's see if I can do this. Wow. There you go. So 1, 2, oh, that's not right. There we go. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ants, and as you can see, that's the only bugs that are showing, and so that would be correct. And you can flip it in case you're not sure to the back to see the answer. Shows you where you should have put them. But like I said, because it's all kind of in here and it's magnetic, I absolutely love these. We have quite a few of them. And then the last thing I have is our travel clipboard. I always have this in there because it's a great, you know, just for drawing or whatever. But inside it, as usual, I have our March no prep pages from the Moffatt girls. So they're kind of St. Patrick's themed, spring themed. And this is the literacy and math no prep for 1st grade is what we're using right now. So that's it. That's everything that we have in our organizer. I will go ahead, just in case you didn't see it in the beginning. This is the organizer. It is very large. In the front, we keep some extra pencils and pens and a few of the dry erase markers. And then she has a few sunglasses that she keeps. There's a back zipper back here. We keep some sunglasses and some peanuts for an emergency snack in there. But that's it. That is how we car school. You can find links for everything in the description box down below.